Today we're here to talk about masterminding, the concept of masterminding. Now, many of you are aware of the concept of masterminding through Think and Grow Rich by Naploeon Hill. In chapter 10, he talks about the concept of masterminding. Now, I've had a lot of questions about masterminding. Many people are not aware of it or how it works. So today we're going to go through exactly what a mastermind is, how mastermind works, and why it's beneficial to you and your business. It's really beneficial if you have a business. Even if you don't have a business, join a mastermind group for whatever topic you're in, whatever you're into. If you're an author, you can join an author's mastermind group. And if you're a business owner in a particular niche, joining a mastermind group will help you get to where you want to get to. As internet marketers, having a mastermind group to help each other grow in in your own business is really important, because not only are you sharing resources, you're sharing ideas, and you're helping each other grow, and it's really important in any business that you're doing. So Naploeon Hill in chapter 10, if you haven't seen it or read the book or anything of the sort, please do read it. If you've read it before, it's good to revisit chapter 10 again, just so you can have a general understanding of what he was talking about when he spoke about the mastermind and the mastermind principles. But firstly, I just want to say that there's a great energy actually in joining a few people together and really masterminding. And in the Bible, those of you that read the Bible, it says, when two or three are gathered in my name, there I am. So it's really what Naploeon Hill was trying to get across, that there's infinite intelligence that comes to play. There's a power beyond that actually comes into the environment as we're talking about the mastermind, and as you're masterminding and connecting with the idea of masterminding. So the first part, when we're talking about a masterminding, and we're gonna cover also accountability. This is also part of the mastermind that we're going to do. Now, I haven't mentioned that, but it's something that we will cover. Accountability is really important, just so that people are aware, and it's something to be accountable for. Now, the mastermind, you start off with the mastermind principles when you actually start in the mastermind group. Now, there's a general guideline of how the mastermind works, and this is what I'm going to cover today. First of all, the group works best when there's about between 2 to 8 members in the group, no more than 12. The reason for this is a time constraint. If you've got 60 minutes for everybody to share information and to get information, having more than 12 people is not really doesn't benefit anyone really. So really keep it as small as possible. 2 to 8 members is great. A lot of people mastermind in businesses. So if you've got a board meeting, it's really a mastermind thing. It's really great to meet once a week. And some people mastermind each day. I know a lot of companies that do that. But if you can't, and there's time constraints or anything like that, mastermind weekly. It's always great, and always have a pre-planned agenda before you actually start your mastermind. Now, the mastermind is also a safe environment where people can share their ideas, and it is that environment. It's good to keep everything within that environment. So masterminds are not, you don't record the mastermind. It's a safe environment for everybody to share their ideas, hopes and dreams, and really be united in the growth. So there's an element of trust in there. So if you are in a mastermind, you are trusted that the information that's given in the mastermind and the information that's shared in the mastermind is for the mastermind only. Right. The third thing is obviously just be aware that you can actually conduct masterminds no matter where you are in the world, because you can do it via conference call, you can do it via Skype, you can do it any way you like. It doesn't really matter. You don't have to be face-to-face and person-to-person, but it's the element of the concept of masterminding over a particular issue or problem. The meetings are always started with reading the mastermind principles. Now, the mastermind principles, if you're not aware of them, it's important to have those principles. And I'll quickly read the main parts of the mastermind principles. You have the part where you're releasing yourself to the mastermind, you believe in the mastermind, you understand, you decide to trust the mastermind, you forgive yourself and others in anything that and this is really important because it sets the tone, it sets the vibration of the mastermind. You ask the mastermind to understand and fulfill your hopes, your dreams, your desires. You accept the working power of the mastermind. And after you read this, and it's really great to read it together as one, because there's like an energy, a force that comes through that, and that comes through. And it's almost like a prayer of some sort, but it's really great to have you all saying it at the same time, all at once. And but if you're not comfortable doing that, each person can say it and read it individually. Now, once you've read the mastermind principles, there's 7 principles that you read out, which I've just covered. You release, believe, understand, decide, forgive, ask, and accept. And once you've done that, you can actually move on and start the meeting. Each member should be supported visually and verbally by the others. So as you're going through the principles, it's really important. As you're going through the actual mastermind, it's really important for others to really support you in your goal and your dream. And when someone else is saying what they want, like for example, if someone wants to make a big sale, which is really the big thing, get more people coming in, the others might say, I'm holding an image of you, of your sales dramatically increasing. Other people might give them ideas of how to dramatically increase the sales. So even if you feel like you don't know how to help the person, just holding that image of that person succeeding and that thing that they want to do is really powerful and really quite important. The Swiss clock, the Swiss clock should really, it's a Swiss clock. The mastermind should run like a Swiss clock, Swiss watch. Really timely, 60 minutes, get moving. Don't, if you're 60 minutes, then make it 60 minutes, and be on time. So it's really important to be on time to the meeting and be prepared for the meeting and really move it quickly. Now, in each mastermind, you have a leader. The leadership is rotated between everyone, so everyone's going to get a chance to be a leader. And the task of the leader really is to keep the keep the time, keep everything moving swiftly, so everyone has a time to enjoy the mastermind, and just keep it flowing freely. So the leadership is rotated between the people in the group. So you can decide who goes first, and then it's rotated between everyone, and everyone has a chance. The role of the leader would be to assign times to each person, assign a number to each person, and assign when everyone speaks. The first part of the call, after reading the mastermind principles, would be good news. So this is really important because the vibration of the group, if you're talking about negative things, it's going to really ruin the whole vibration. Talk about good news, open your mind to the greatness and great stuff, and it changes your vibration. You start feeling happy and you start thinking better. So really, and it's about 2 minutes, nothing long. Your wins for the week, what made you feel good, what was a positive thing that you had during the week. Then you move on to your wants and needs. Now, what do you want and what do you need? And then you open it up to the group, and then the group starts masterminding and really focusing on your problem. And that could be maybe if you've got, I don't know, if you've got a certain amount of people, you allocate a time, within that 60 minutes. So if someone has 5 minutes, for example, to talk about their wants and needs, they'll talk about their wants and needs for maybe a minute and a half, and then the 3 minutes and a half is just about everyone masterminding for them. And the great thing about this, you might think 3.5 minutes is not enough, but it really is. as long as everyone's on point and everyone's in the vibration and everyone's really thinking. And the funny thing is, even if someone can't help you at that point, during the week you might get an email to say someone saying, oh, you know that thing you were talking about? I've actually, I couldn't think at the time, but I just, you know, because it goes into your mind. You don't realize it, but it stays in your mind, and you bump into someone who can actually help someone. And I've done this myself. You bump into someone who's maybe an author, and then you start thinking of that person who was in your mastermind group who needs information about writing a book. You bump into someone who's you know, a web designer, for example, and then you start thinking about, oh, that person needs a web designer, you know, and then you start recommending people, and you know, you become the person to go to as well, which is quite nice, and it's really great for the group and the synergy, and it's almost like a, you know, it's really like a family, but in the sense of, you know, you trust your mastermind group in such a deeper way, and you know that whatever it is that they're helping you with is really, they really want the best for you, and it's phenomenal. And so once you've done your wants and needs, you can just decide on, you know, the end bit. You can decide to do this or not. Some people decide to leave room at the end for a free-for-all where people can have a quick chat, so maybe a 5-minute free-for-all session, or if you don't have room for it, it can just end there. So yeah, those are the guidelines. I don't know if anyone on the panel has anything to add.
I think we covered up there, haven't we, to be honest?
Sorry, Phil?
I was just saying, I think you covered that very well.
Oh, thank you. I mean, you've been in mastermind groups, and I mean, what's your did you want to add anything to it? And did I miss anything?
No, that's what I mean. I mean, I think the points that you went through in terms of the steps and the requirements, I find it the routine, well, the structure that you have and you put in place is perfect for me. Because I've entered your masterminds with certain queries, and you know, I've got a lot of useful, valuable information and thoughts, feedback from the people within the mastermind, and it's really down to the structure that you have in place, which enables that to happen. So that's, you know, yeah, as far as I'm concerned, it's perfect.
Okay, fantastic. And we've got here sense of belonging and team. Andrew's put a sense of belonging and team, and it's great. I mean, I love masterminding, and you know, like Phil was saying, it's the structure that enables us to really focus and tap into the I don't know, the you know, the infinite intelligence, the power that's within us and within other people. It's a great thing. The next section I want to talk about is accountability. Hi, Karen.
Hi, sorry I'm late. I'm at work, so you're sorry.
It's great to have you online. Don't worry. I mean, you know, if you've missed the beginning bit, we will definitely it's recorded, so you can definitely watch it. But yeah, we've got and we were just talking about masterminding. I'm now going to move on to talking about accountability. Now, with regards to accountability, it's really important within the mastermind to find your accountability partner. I mean, it doesn't necessarily mean that the person has to be within the mastermind, but it's great to have someone within the mastermind who you can be accountable to. Like, for example, in my mastermind, there's certain things I'm accountable to that I want to achieve during the week, or during the month, or during whatever it is. So you sign up an accountability contract with someone, and it's an agreement, and it makes you more responsible in the sense of, for example, if you were to say you decide to go to the gym, and I decide I'm going to go with Karen to the gym, for example, and I feel lazy one day and I decide I don't really want to go to the gym, it makes it easier. You feel really guilty, you know, if I decide I didn't want to go, and then Karen's really raring to go, like, oh, are we going to the gym? And you feel really bad. So you're likely to go to the gym whether you want to or not, because you know, you feel accountable to the other person. And it's the same thing with the accountability agreement, and finding becoming accountable to someone else other than yourself, because you're likely to talk yourself out of a lot of things. The voices start going, and then you will talk yourself out of stuff. But having someone who you're accountable to, so having someone who you can trust to really push you forward and say, well, you know, you said you were going to do this. Are you doing it? Have you done it? And it's, you know, they're not bugging or nagging you. They're not your mom. They're not your partner or your husband or your wife or whatever it is. It's just someone other than someone who's really close to you, who's really just making you accountable. And it's great for your business. You have to be able to be accountable for all the things that you say you want in life. If you want to change your life, if you want to change where you are, if you want to change where you're going, it's really important to have this and be accountable to yourself, be accountable to others. So yeah, and so we set up an accountability agreement, and it's definitely something that is part of the mastermind. And once you're part of the mastermind, you understand how really being accountable is very important, because business, you do your business, you want to grow in your business, but if you're, and this happens to everyone, there will be times where you don't feel like doing stuff. There will be times where you don't feel like getting out of bed, when you don't feel enthusiastic. But when you have the other person who you're accountable to saying to you, well, you're going to have to take action. So it's really great for that, and it's great to actually take action and actually you know, move forward in your business. So if you're wanting to move forward in your business, you know, Team Phoenix is the place to do this, because we offer mastermind groups, and we hold these sessions for the whole team. And anyone that wants to move forward in their business, anyone that wants to grow and become a greater whatever it is they do, Team Phoenix is the place to go. And Phil, you know, it's Phil's the leader of Team Phoenix, you know, and all of us here on the panel are actually excited to be a part of masterminding and part of a mastermind group. And it's going to bring us forward, and it's going to make us grow. And you know, Phil, I mean, as Team Phoenix leader, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, it's now that our team is growing quite rapidly, we have an immense number of different people with different skills, different attributes, and different qualities. And what we've not done in the past is bring these people together and have a clash of minds, clash of thoughts, you know, sharing the information and knowledge that we've all got between us. And now that we're doing that, we are, you know, as a team, we've become 10 times more powerful, at least, because we're able to share our thoughts, concerns, problems, where we have issues with things, or where we just need help with things or advice. The fact that we can all come together, or a select number of us, depending on what the issue is about, or the questions are about, and I feel pretty damn excited and proud of the fact that we're all coming together and doing it. It's certainly a next step forward for our team, and because we're doing this, you know, already we haven't been doing it very long, but already some exciting things are happening for our team. So I'm you know, like I said, very happy and very excited with this masterminding that we've started, because it's brilliant.
Absolutely. I mean, it's the power. I mean, the power of the mastermind is something great, and something greater than, you know, we've ever had. But the first time I actually masterminded was when I was working with Bob Proctor, and ever since then I've been masterminding and, you know, connecting with like-minded people, and it's absolutely phenomenal. It's got me to where I am right now, and you know, it's all the information. I mean, just getting into internet marketing and everything, you know, is literally because, you know, because of masterminding. So it's absolutely great. I think, you know, if you something that you want to do and you really want to know how to mastermind, our team is really the great place to come to join Team Phoenix. And not only that, it's about your own commitment to your own personal growth. It's your commitment to business, it's commitment to who you are, and you know, it's something that can take you much further than where you are right now. So
I will add to it, Kimberly. What I love about it is the fact that although I'm the leader of this group because I came in first and taught my director and whatever grew the team, because I'm not perfect and I don't know everything. The mastermind gives me an opportunity to learn from other people with skills that are better than mine. So I've come in and I've had problems, or I've had things that I'm not great at and looking for help. Been able to reach out to different people and got that help. So instead of having to go away on my own and learn things myself, which could take a month, it could take 6 months, or it could cost me a lot more money, I've been able to you know, reach out to people within the mastermind and utilize other people, and that's another reason why, you know, these masterminds are so powerful. Again, that word keeps cropping up, but it's very true. For anyone of any ability, you know, you go to these masterminds and you're going to leave with something really beneficial to yourself. And hopefully, all going well, you can share something that you know, or your advice or your wisdom with somebody else who may be struggling, regardless of how good they are at their actual work or job or business. You know, it's always an opportunity to trade information, if you like. So I just wanted to add that little bit.
absolutely, thank you so much, Phil. I mean, you're absolutely right. The trading of information is really important, and I think sometimes, I know for myself, when I first started masterminding, I was a bit dubious of it because I thought, oh my goodness, I don't know enough. Because I actually, my first mastermind, I was actually masterminding with people who are millionaires, and I was a teacher at the time, and I thought, oh my God, I don't know, I'm not a millionaire, how am I supposed to mastermind with these amazing people who managed to become millionaires doing whatever it is? And I felt really dubious about masterminding, but as time went on, actually it became easier. I was actually able to relax into it and realize that they are just normal people, you know, people who are, you know, they're just normal like you and myself, and they do have hopes and dreams and fears too. And as we were masterminding, I found myself coming up with information that they didn't have, which I would have thought that, well, surely they already know that, but I thought, well, what about this? And they were like, oh my God, you know, thank you. And I was like, oh, I didn't really realize I had that information that I could actually help someone who in my head, was really up there and doing amazing things. So don't underestimate yourself is what I'm saying. Don't ever underestimate the power you have and the things that you have out there. You can actually, you know, give a lot of information to a lot of people. And as Phil said, I learn a lot from masterminding. And if you're not in a mastermind group and you want to join one, definitely join our mastermind, and we'll take you through it, how to mastermind and how to grow. And you know, it's not a hangout. You know, it's, you know, people think it's a session where you hang out, where people talk. It's just a serious thing, because it's about your life and it's about your business and it's about your growth and it's about who you are, and it will really take you to places really unforeseen. So that's all for me, unless anyone in the panel has anything to add or take away. And I think Andrew's typing up something, so we'll definitely you know, do that. If you've got anything to say, Karen or Savannah, you know, oh yes, something I didn't mention, which Andrew just reminds me of, is that they're not recorded. The mastermind sessions are, it's a safe environment. So it's this, I mean, you're watching this recording because we are talking about what mastermind is. But when you're masterminding, it's a safe environment. So if you're masterminding face to face, you wouldn't be masterminding in a coffee shop because it's not a safe environment. You would mastermind in a room, on a house, in a whatever it is, wherever you choose to be, and it's just for the mastermind. So anything you do discuss in the mastermind, it's not for the ears of your spouse or the ears of your friends and your family. It's specifically for the mastermind. And so within that, you have the trust. So hence why it's not recorded, because it's in a trusted environment, and there's certain things that, you know, we discuss in a mastermind. You know, if someone's about to publish a book that they don't want anyone to know, but they want ideas, you know, you don't want to be going out there talking about the book before the person actually talks about it. It's not really fair on them, and really you might even spoil their whole marketing plan in doing so. So, you know, that's the main reason why it's not recorded, just because it's just for a safe environment, and there's that trust element there. So if you do miss a mastermind, I mean, another thing I wanted to talk about, and I think I forgot to mention this, timing. If you happened, and this happened to me actually a couple of days ago, I was running late to a mastermind, and I think I was about 7 minutes late, but I knew they'd already started the mastermind. You could tell when it's already started. I just didn't join because it's not really fair to come in at the back of the mastermind and they've read the principles, you haven't read the principles, or they'll have to go back and read the principles again and get you into the right vibration, and it just really just breaks up the energy and the synergy of the group. So it's really important to be on prompt, because time is really important to everybody. If you're in business, time is actually more important than money. So we all have 24 hours in a day. What you do with that time determines where you are in your business and where you are in your life. So time wasting is really not fair. So you're not, you know, even if you yourself are okay with wasting time, it's not fair on other people. So really try to be prompt when you come to the mastermind. So everyone has enough time and everyone's in the right vibration, and you're all starting from the same place and the same page. But yeah. And I think that's it. Let's, Phil, if you've got anything to add, Savannah or Karen.
I'll give the ladies a chance first.
Hi, Karen.
I didn't actually catch everything because obviously I've been dealing with customers in between as well. So it looks like I'm going to have to actually catch it on the replay and sit down and watch it all that way.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, I like the part that you went on about on which one was it? Accountability partner. Yeah, I think that's very useful, and I think that's probably what will probably get a lot of people through as well. Actually, knowing that they've actually got an accountability partner there as well.
Brilliant. Thank you for that. I mean, the accountability partner is really important. So it's something really great to have, and it's something great moving forward to have someone who you're accountable to and who can help you grow. So
I just wanted to weigh in and say that this has been really inspiring. As a newbie, I think it's a lot of things that you've said have been common sense in a way, but it's when you put it into practice, you know, you reap the value of what you're saying, and to hear, you know, from leaders and the sorry, my little one, to hear from leaders the actual, you know, the actual repercussions of basically, you know, being accountable and reading out, which I think is very valuable as well, reading out the contract and for the mastermind. So I just want to say thank you.
you're most welcome, Savannah. Sorry, Phil.
Okay, I would just add. I think just trying to get. I picked up on a couple of points, and what those guys said about accountability is spot on. Now, what's important, I guess, for people who are not really aware of what a mastermind is, who have heard of it, and don't really know its potential, its power, its reasoning, why people do it. I think that's important to establish. And you did make the point that it's not a hangout. Now, some hangouts you'll jump on. We have team hangouts every week, and we get on there, we talk about a certain topic, and we all have a chat, or we listen to the host and answer a few questions. It's quite informal, and you might experience a bit of kind of promotion of your business and that kind of stuff. It's far from a hangout, team hangout, or Skype or whatever, and it is really important to your business. And whether you're in ILN, like some of us are, we all are in fact, or you're in a different internet marketing business, or a different, an offline business, it's just a bringing together of people under a certain set of guidelines, in safety, like I said, in confidence, and literally asking questions and getting the right answer and getting good information and good answers from it. So, people can, if you really want to develop your business and move forward fast, quickly, and effectively, you need to start looking, masterminding with the people around you. Even if it's not the people around you, try and find a mastermind, like you said, with different entrepreneurs who might have the answers that you're looking for. It's easily found, like you said, Kimberly. Yourself, you know various different mastermind groups, so it's not difficult to find a person, even if you just put it in the group, the Facebook group that the business that you belong to. If you've got a question there saying who does mastermind, or can you put it in the right direction? It's so easy to get on board with one. Now that we have one as a group, as a family within Team Phoenix, our own, like I said earlier, I'm very, very excited about where we're going to go as a team, individually and as a team. And the fact that we hold ourselves accountable as well, and each other accountable for what the output of the mastermind, the actions, because obviously we'll have a question, we'll talk about some concerns, what we need help with, etc. etc. But someone will step up and be accountable, pushing you forward, making sure you try and achieve that once you've got the information that you need. So that is why I cannot suggest or recommend enough that everybody jumps onto a mastermind in some way. So I just want to say thank you very much for bringing this to the table, really, and also doing this recording, because once people watch this and understand why it's so important to do masterminding, especially getting involved with somebody like you, Kimberly, who I hold in high regard, because the amount of information that it's quite scary. So yeah, I'm rambling on now. So just thank you very much.
Most welcome, Phil. Oh, am I unmuted? Most welcome, Phil. I mean, it's just my pleasure to bring this to the table and to bring this to our team, because it's such a wonderful team, and you guys are so inspirational. You're inspiring, and you have so much to give to the world. And if you can, masterminding will really get us to where we want to be. And Andrew's mentioned here, because he's unable to talk at the minute, but he's actually mentioned, talking about how you can use. Andrew, in fact, why don't you unmute yourself? You never know, you might be able to get through, and then you can just, have a. Yes, we can hear you.
You can hear me. Oh, that's wonderful. Yeah, I just wanted to add there, I put it into the chat, that I believe that you're going to get further and faster in your ILN business inside a mastermind group. I envisage there being lots of mastermind groups within Team Phoenix. If everybody in the team wanted to join, it would be a bit of a crowded one, wouldn't it? And then one at a time, set them up one at a time. But you'll get further and faster with accountability, further and faster with the work, the universal intelligence, joining the team members together and giving you information, giving the team information available to them, because I think it's Naploeon Hill that says in the Mastermind chapter 10 about there being a new mind that's created from all the other minds being together, and that's the concept of Mastermind. And I also put here, people can help you because they can use objectivity that you emotionally involved with your own life in your own business can't. They can see things as an outsider, and the thing sometimes that stops us from moving forward is the fact that we're emotionally involved in the things that need to be done, and so we don't do them because the emotion takes over, distracted with something else. But that accountability and that having somebody else there to be able such and such a thing in the past week, have you done it? And you know that question's coming, but more than that, that they'll be able to not just see through you, but to see you through. That's it. Shutting up.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Andrew. And I think you've summed up the energy and the vibration of masterminding. And I think everyone on the panel said really great points about masterminding. And, you know, guys, if you're not in a mastermind group, if you're not, like Phil said, get one. You know, it doesn't matter where you decide to go, whatever business you're in, find a mastermind group and join it. And some are paid mastermind groups, some are free. You'll get more information from paid mastermind groups, and because it just is the way it is. But you know, just really invest in whatever you know you want to do. I actually host paid mastermind groups. Our mastermind groups in Team Phoenix are free, and this is me giving back to the wonderful team that we have and growing our team. But outside of Team Phoenix, outside of ILN, I actually host paid mastermind groups, and they're phenomenal, and people love them, and they come back for more and more. So if you don't have a mastermind group, just find one. You know, whatever niche you're in, whatever it is you're doing, find one. And Phil said, you know, if you're in a Facebook group, you know, and it's something that you want to create with those guys in the same group that you're in, just, you know, put a comment on there, just saying, is anyone interested in mastermind groups? Start one. You know, there's different ways of starting mastermind groups, and you can actually do it yourself. So really, join a mastermind group, get involved, and get your business moving no matter where you are. And that's it for me. So if no one's had anything to say on the panel, we're good to go. Excellent. So see you on the other side.
Bye-bye.
If you want to join Team Phoenix, click on the link below and join us on the other side, because trust me, you want to be on our mastermind. If not, just join other mastermind groups and really get your business moving and get going in your business and in your personal life. So see you on the other side, guys. Take care. Bye.
Bye.